I have got an art haul to share with you today with some exciting supplies and also a pretty big statement to share with you. So let's get this out of the box and I'll talk you through it. Okay, so it's been a while since I've done a haul. I know they're always very popular on my channel and I know I get called out for enabling you, which I take total responsibility for, but I do only share the things that I know and love. But I am going to Japan in a few weeks and I'm really excited to buy a lot of art supplies out there because it's so much cheaper, because the Holbein stuff that I want to buy is Japanese made. So I'm going to buy a lot of art supplies when I'm out there, visit the art shops, the amazing 6-story Hokkaido and another one in Osaka. So there will be another art haul coming soon, and then that is going to be it. So after that point, I'm going to go on a no-buy for the rest of 2026. I've talked quite a lot about how my studio space is quite small and I've done a few videos organising and trying to make the space work for me. But the truth is I don't need anything else. I'm always very aware that there's like a consumer culture and I don't want to encourage more supplies when we've already got enough that we can use and that, we don't need to buy stuff just for the sake of it. So I am going to be going on a no-buy. I feel like I've got plenty of stuff to be getting on with. But this last order, which was from Jackson's in the UK and also a book that I want to share with you, is kind of just like a top-up. So there's a few things in here that I know I wanted to buy, and then I'll be on a ban after I come back from Japan. So I'm really looking forward to sharing with you my final art supply haul. And then, not buying any more art supplies for the rest of the year. That doesn't include art books. I mentioned that in a recent vlog where I shared some purchases. So I think art books and inspiration, stuff like that is totally fine, and prints and things. But in terms of materials, this is going to be the penultimate. So let me know what you think down below. I love to chat about all of this sort of thing. And obviously with my audience, I only want to share things that I love. And it gives me a good reason to really play with what I do have, rather than just keep bringing it in, which is very easy to do. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. But for now, let me show you what I bought from Jackson's. So it's not super duper exciting, but like I said, it is topping things up. And first up, we have got this Hahnemuehle watercolour book. I have done a sketchbook tour because I have used this sketchbook before. I will leave a link to that tour up in the cards. But this was one of my favourite sketchbooks that I've used last year. I'm just going to take it out of the packaging, just so it's not shiny and you can kind of see the texture a bit better. But I really enjoyed working in this. I am still working through my Fabriano Venezia sketchbook, so I'm currently working in this one, which is fine, but I'm not in love with it. And I was in love with this one. So I know I want to use this again in the future. I have other sketchbooks to use. I've got a Jackson's one, I have an Etcher one, so there are enough. I have so many empty sketchbooks too, but I couldn't resist this one because I know I will want it later in the year, and knowing that I'm going to be on a no-buy, I'm kind of caveating that, which I don't know if that's cheating because I do have sketchbooks to use, but I really enjoy this one. This isn't the cotton paper, this is just cold pressed 200 GSM, so you can get a cotton version, but I know I love this one. I used it before, and it's really nice white paper. I'm not going to open this yet until I work on it, but it just is perfect for my mixed media, and I could throw quite a lot at it, and it's not too cold pressed that I can't put details on top. So it's just a really good texture for me, and I'm looking forward to filling this later on in the year. Okay, let's go with this one. So this is the only paint that I bought because I need one urgently because I'm running out. So, there's 2 paints in here. I forgot about that. So this one is a gouache. This is the Cadmium Yellow Hue 620. It's a Series C. It's by Rowney. This is the designer's gouache, and I use this a lot. I use this so much in my landscapes. I mix it with a lot of greens, and I mix it with a pre-mixed green as well as mixing my own with like ultramarine. But I really love this mixed with olive green, also elm green and linden green. I just find this a really versatile colour, and then also mixed with white it creates a really nice soft yellow. So highly recommend this one. This is definitely a staple within my gouache palette, and I just needed another one because it was completely empty. I do plan on getting some more gouache when I'm out in Japan from Holbein because I discovered Holbein gouache last year and I absolutely love it. And maybe I'll get a cad yellow there too, but I definitely needed this one just to keep me going. And then the only other paint I bought in this one is by Szmal, and this is a watercolour. So if you've been on my channel before, you'll know I started my watercolour journey around this time last year, and I really have enjoyed it. I've built up my watercolour palette now. Maybe I'll do another tour soon, but this was recommended to me by one of you guys in the comments, and I do feel like I need another red in there. So this one is called Indian Red. It's 135. I will do a swatch of this as well on screen so you can see what it looks like, but I'm hoping this is a really nice rich red. It's kind of burgundy, it's definitely got a tint of orange as well, but I just think this will be a really nice addition to my palette. It feels quite autumn and fall vibes, but I think it will be a really nice mixing colour too, and I often add tints of red like this into some of my greens, especially when they're not pre-mixed, just to try and neutralise it a little bit. So I think this will be really, really handy, and I love Roman Szmal paints. I really like the consistency, so I already know I like the brand, and I'm excited to use this colour. Okay, next up is a Jackson's brush. So this is a size 50 synthetic. I don't have many like this, but this was recommended on a course that I'm taking online. I'm actually taking 2 courses at the moment, online ones. One with Newlyn School of Art, which is a year-long painting course, and a second one which I bought from Hahnemuehle, and it's hosted on her site. And she uses these. I absolutely love the way she uses watercolour, and her landscapes are so gorgeous. If you haven't heard of her, I'll put some images on screen, but I'm really enjoying her course there, and she recommended brushes like this. So I'm really looking forward to using it. It's much bigger than I'm used to, and I often use round brushes, so I think it will be fun to play around with this one, just to try and get some really expressive brush strokes and mark making. And yeah, I'm excited to just work my way through that course. If you would like to know more about them or watch me create as I go, then let me know, because I'm happy to do some vlogs. But yeah, this one's synthetic, it feels really soft and nice, and I'm looking forward to using this in my work too. Okay, next up, I'm just going to unpack these. So firstly, we've got this Tear Off palette. This is the Rowney A4 one. I use these all the time. I am running low on mine, so I bought a few last year, and I know I'm going to need this later on when I'm coming to the end of the current ones. So these are what I use to mix on. These are Tear Off palettes. I've been using them for many years. This one is for oil and acrylic. You can also get other ones, but I prefer these. I really like the way that the paint sits on top. And yeah, like I've mentioned before, I also use these for collage papers. I'll put something on screen so you can see the folder of collage I've got there. And I know some of you were interested in a video about that. So if you do have any specific questions about that, do leave them in the comments and I can make a video. But yeah, these are just really handy. It's very much a studio staple for me to have this. And you just tear off the palette when it's full and start anew. I am kind of lazy, I suppose, when it comes to cleaning palettes. I don't like the idea of it all going down the sink either. So this is just handy, and I can reuse the gouache as well. So when I'm using traditional gouache and there's stuff still on my palette, I can re-wet it really easily here. And then the other thing that was within that package is this. So this is Paint On. This is by Claire Fontaine, and I've been really interested in working on top of different colours. And so I bought the A4 pad here with the thinking that I can use the different papers and then stick them into my sketchbook to work on top of. So this one, you can get them with the individual things, so you can get a whole pad of just natural grey or denim, but this one is a mix of all of them. It's 250 GSM, so really thick, and then there is 4 sheets of all 6 colours. So we start with the white. I mean, that in itself feels nice. It's really, really thick. I wonder if maybe, oh, that's a shame. It's got a slight dent in the bottom. Here it's been crushed in the corner a little bit, but that's not so bad. And I'm wondering whether to sort of make my own sketchbook with these, but the plan was to cut them out. They might just be a bit thick. So this is the denim. That's a really nice shade of blue. I just really like the effect when I see other artists work on top of coloured paper. Oh, this one's also white. What's this one called? Oh, grain. Yeah, definitely more textured, so a bit more tooth to this one. Then we have the grey, which is it's definitely a warm grey. This one I presume is the natural, so a nice soft cream sort of neutral colour. Then we have black, and I think this will be really nice for night scenes. Oh, and that's it. I don't know why I thought there was a brown, but I've been using brown paper packaging, but I think this will be really, really fun to play around with, like I said, night scenes, but also just working on top with acrylic markers or neocolours. I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see how things work and how things change in terms of atmosphere. February was Sky Month on Patreon, and I did a page in my sketchbook. Oh, I'm getting a bit distracted here, but I'm never very good with really fast videos, am I? This one is brown paper in the background and then different colours behind these skies to see how they change the atmosphere, and this is with brown paper, so I think it will be fun to try that on some of those colours. And this was recommended to me by my patrons, so I thought I'd pick one up. Obviously knowing I was going to do this haul and also knowing that I'm on a ban after Japan. And then the other thing that I bought is a book. This is David Hockney, a Yorkshire sketchbook, so another art book to add to my collection. This is a really small, cute little one, and this was also recommended to me by a patron. And I just love the looseness in this. I really like David Hockney's sketchbooks. I think they're really, really expressive, and I love his mark making. This is going to tie into our March theme, and I just think it's really nice. There's so many bold marks and lots of expression without it, taking itself too seriously. And that's definitely a theme I want from this year. I'm going to talk a bit more about that on Patreon, but I just want to be more carefree and go out on walks and take my sketchbook and create work like this where you're just playing around with marks and movement. And I feel very inspired by this sketchbook, so I'm really happy to have it as part of my collection. It's a bit different for me. I don't have any other David Hockney books. But yeah, just things like views from the cars and just playing around with a lot of colour and pattern. So this is definitely going to be one that I flick through quite a lot on my shelves. I do have quite a lot of art books, and now I know that I can't buy art supplies, maybe I'll buy even more art books this year. So let me know if you have any recommendations, but I hope this one gives you as much inspiration as it does me. And that's it, so short and sweet for me today, because that is just quite a small haul compared to, I know, some on YouTube, but my Japan one will definitely be much bigger. I'd love to hear what you think down below. As I said, always happy to chat in the comments and hear your thoughts. And wish me luck for my no-buy. I'm going to go wild in Japan. Not too wild, but I definitely have a lot on my list in terms of gouache and acrylic gouache as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. So keep your eye out for that one, and I hope you have a very creative week ahead. A huge thank you to my patrons as well, whose support allow me to create free YouTube videos and also allowing me to buy this stuff too. I will see you all next Sunday in my new YouTube video. See you later.